Hey guys, it's Jimmy here and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another video. Now today we're going to be smashing all the GTs together into one race, including this new 911 GT3R that came out in the third Porsche pack. We're doing a 9 lap race here around Imola, and we have, like I said, every GT car available that is sort of matched with this car in this race. It's going to be really awesome, hopefully a really tight race, and it'll be really cool to see the different strengths and weaknesses of each cars as we go around in the Porsche. Here we are, right in the thick of it in the GT grid. Porsche to the right of us, McLaren in front, Mercedes to the right of that. Lights coming on, first gear, clutch in, and out. And there we go, a little bit of wheel spin there for the traction control kicks in, and we are away. These things usually more suited to a rolling start, so standing start is a little bit different to what we used to, because I have to check up here behind this McLaren. One of the 650s, trying to find a way past it, but that's just grass there. Should have went to the outside, I think, got caught up nasty there behind that AI. Not deciding what I want to do there. Going to go the inside of one of these GT3 Porsches. Can we continue it around the outside? Tyres cold at the moment, just trying to keep the sort of speed. Just managed to vault there that AMG Mercedes. You can see a very rich selection of cars here in the field. Of course, they've been adding GT steadily over its lifespan, and we're getting to finally have a big old race between all of them. The Glickenhaus probably a little bit of an odd one out on the equation, but it's cool to have it anyway. Oh god, the tyres really not up to temperature yet. They go 3 wide up here, I think. Look at the speed difference on the Glickenhaus. We have a bit of a straight line speed difference over those guys, but they are fast in the corners usually, so important to stay ahead of them. Now through to Acqua Minerali for the first time. Raced here recently in a GT3 race in R-Factor 2. These things feel very different to Enduro Racer stuff, and for the better, I must say. I'll find traction there. Nice sort of ABS in this car as well, so I can really smash that brake. I've got to worry about the wheels locking, like in the older cars. Monster Orientality now. And then a little bit wide there, but they're okay. Now plunging downhill to Ravazza. Sitting in the slipstream of the 650 in front of us. So I'm not quite used to how late I can brake in this car. I've been just driving old cars the last couple of days. This thing is a technical marvel in comparison. A bit wide for a second Ravazza, a little bit sideways there on throttle. Not too great to do that traction control, but that is a lap of Imola in the GT3 field, and it's really cool to be racing this many GT3s, I must say. It reminds me of driving Gran Turismo or something, just the variety, of course. Look at the speed difference here. Porsche OP confirmed. Please nerf. We'll use third gear once I get used to that. Okay, a bit more speed through there, but for now just going to follow in the wheel tracks of the car in front. And I usually don't really like the GT cars in Assetto Corsa. I've not really liked any racing cars they've released, to be honest. Not many of them anyway. Always found them to be a bit too grippy, but no, this Porsche is pretty nice. There is definitely a limit to the grip. It isn't infinite like I remember it being. There'll be an update since then. See, even there with traction control there in the front and the second gear is a little bit risky. You can still get a little bit of a wiggle on at the back. See if we can do this McLaren up here. Don't like overtaking up here, actually going to just slot in behind. Try and stay in fourth gear, try and carry a bit more momentum. No, third gear better through there, I think. Fourth just bogs that a little bit too much. Down the hill again. Got to be careful my braking down here. Of course, braking downhill means the braking distance is extended. Monster in the curbs. Not really in a good way that time. Some of these curbs you don't want to run over. These curbs you do want to run over there. This car does handle curbs pretty nicely. The fact that it's a race car, I would have thought it might put up a bit more of a complaint, but we're over okay. Probably doing that in a race over and over again might end up with some sort of damage, but we're good for now. See, I've got the pedal cam back on there again. My brakes being a bit weird recently, so you might see some weird sort of braking from me. But I'm pretty much used to it as the gear protection kicked in there, as I tried to shift down a bit too quickly. I'm not really a fan of gear protection in any car, to be honest, but the biggest thing kicked in there. You see I'm struggling for that second Ravazza there. It's not quite able to get the exit. Look at the Glickenhaus, the poor thing in the straight line, just flagging AI in front. Can't quite figure out a way around it, it seems. So it's going to be up to me. Try the outside. AI comes across. Let's try third gear now. No, second gear will be better, I think. Oh no, third gear is okay, we're carrying the speed. Grabbing fourth there over the curb. Car. No, it's hard to describe driving a GT3 car after driving two very old cars, obviously the 908 and the 917K. Both of those revolve a lot around sliding the car around and moving it around yourself. This is complete opposite. You want to try and be on rails as much as you can. Sliding isn't really that beneficial. I think I have to try and get this McLaren coming up here because otherwise I'm stuck behind it again for another lap. Oh, a bit late there. AI accommodates me though, fortunately. I really cut off his nose there, but we're through. Up behind a sister Porsche. You can see some good racing here with the GT3s against AI. Even though there is a little bit of predictability to them, of course. You know where they're going to be strong, you know where they're going to be slow, but still pretty fun. Second gear again, let's try and get something out of here, shall we? Oh, getting held up massively there, had to get off the throttle. I just delay myself through fear of running right into the back of the car in front. Look at the massive wing in the back of that. That's a wing, that's a proper wing, that is. Get one of those in the MX-5, probably take off. Oh dear. So again, looking at the braking a bit wrong there. Brake is feeling a bit weird. I think the bushings I've got and the brake are starting to go a little bit. Coming a little bit soft sometimes. Sometimes you give a little bit of pressure to the brake and you just don't stop at all. Again, the Glickenhaus just holding up the Porsche in a straight line. I'm going to just drive past it. If you can't do it, then I'm going to do it. He's going to pull over to the right now, isn't he? Gap's going to get smaller. We're on the outside. Porsche defends big time there. So much so that he ruins his line and we take the place. Now it's our turn to try and get past this Glick. All the shortcomings of Assetto Corsa, I've always preferred their GT3s to the iRacing ones in terms of feel, just because you sort of know what you're doing with those a lot more of the time. Then again, I'm not really been the biggest iRacing fan, so maybe that's a little bit of a biased comment. But still, I think the feel of these race cars from Assetto Corsa have come on a long way. I was saying earlier about how I felt they were glued to the ground sometimes, and this isn't. I could spin this if I was being a little bit too cheeky. Can we get up the inside here? And it's a silly move to make. Only going to end one way. See there. Again, just struggling with the traction, even with traction control there. Back end dancing around a little bit. Very satisfying when you get a nice run out of there. We'll be going to get held up again, maybe, if we're not careful. Just standing on that throttle now. We should have a bit of a speed advantage going downhill with Vatsa. No, go to the outside. Quick's going to take the inside. It's going to be a braking battle. Have to keep very tight there on the curb to allow him room, and we've just slotted in ahead. That's nice. Okay, that's him out of the way. Now we can progress. Next, Bo is a 650 in front of us. Love a McLaren. Haven't seen a GT3R yet. Much to my sadness. I think they're at the back of the field somewhere, which is sad because GT3R is best car confirmed. But fortunately, I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully, we'll see one a bit higher up the field if we make it up there. Still a long way to go in this race. Still over, pretty much, or just under halfway now. So a lot of time now. We haven't got any cars to hold us up, apart from this McLaren in front, which we're trying to catch. Oh, we're a little bit cheeky on the curb there. Can really feel that anti-cut on the tyre. Hitting that R wasn't what I'd recommend doing, especially in a real go. Just break something. Getting that wrong. Far too hot into there. Got a little bit too much faith in the front end. Not as good as you think it is. Oh god, and again, wide there. I think the brake maybe playing up a little bit on the way in there. You can rewind and see for yourself. I didn't get that luxury, unfortunately. Third gear, touch the curb. Oh, that ran over the curb then, didn't touch it. See how the car got unsettled there, but we've got a nice run downhill. Ooh. I'm impressed. I'm impressed at how the direction of these cars have gone in. I wouldn't have touched this car with a 10-foot pole a year or so ago, and now, on this time model at least, they feel very nice. You see again there, getting onto the slippery stuff on the edge of the circuit, and not even the traction control saved me there. Only my own quick reactions, which weren't quite quick enough to not run over the thing in the first place, but coming up on some Lambos and a Z4 from what I can see there. Oh, there's a GTR, hold them all up. Go on GTR, you can do it. Best GT3 confirmed. Look how big it is compared to the rest of the cars. It's right at the end of the train. You might be able to just see it there. Just there. So fat compared to the other cars. PH fat. Okay, let's see. Not close enough to anything here. Thought about trying another outside lunge, but not quite going to work here. Oh, we're very fast through 1 and 2. Well, this is somewhere I don't want to be, but I'm going to try and make it work anyway. Got the run. Late as I dare. Locking up a little bit, even with ABS. There's a car on my right. Contact! Contact! Ah, I didn't quite make that stick. AI was stalwart in its defence there. I ain't taking that line down, and I've got Porsche friend back on our tail. Lucky to not have a spin there actually. A lot of contact usually ends in a spin with that AI because they tend to just drive into you continuously. That was a light tap though, so we got away with it. It's nice being able to actually have a race with that AI. Again, about a year ago this would not be possible. Just goes to show how much the Assetto Corsa has come on in that time. No doubt, of course, being released on console helped out that a little bit. Repairing the game for console anyway. People are less patient over there. Oh, again getting onto the slippery stuff. One of the Lambos has a bad run out of the chicane. Gonna try and take both of them to the outside. Having to get on the brake early. Now that car sounds very good in my ears. Well, someone turned it up there, the sounds were a little bit out of proportion with the others, but I don't mind that. That sounded fantastic. I am running the Funseca sound pack as well, so I think that'll be one of the cars that is involved in that, but that's sounding cool. Let's try and get near to it again. Okay, 2 laps left. Got some time to make up places. Not by doing that though. Again, just running it wide and then rolling off the brake a little bit too early. A bit of not fatigue, but mental fatigue coming in. I've been at the gym today and don't know, not quite 100% with it, as you can tell. Running wide again. And down to that hairpin. Let's try and roll it in. Porsche behind us, very interested in my position. Right, I need to try and gain some of that ground back because we were a lot closer. I don't like losing time to AI. Throw it in. Soft throttle then, all the way on. Can just about get away with smashing the throttle on the slippery stuff there. If you have one wheel still on the tarmac, let the diff sort it out, that's what I say. Okay, if we're very aggressive through the chicane here, we might gain a bit of time. That's aggressive, alright, it's a pure cut. Aggression, cut, same thing, right? Where's that GT3R? I think it's still out there, still struggling out front to keep these guys behind. There's like a big train behind us. Nicely none of them have dropped off yet. I wonder how the Glicks are doing. I think they're the odd one out of all of us, but around here they might suffer because it's a long start-finish straight, and of course those cars are not as fast in a straight line. Taking the last lap now. This is going to be, I don't know, I think we're probably too far back to catch these guys before the end, unless there's some sort of fighting up front, or we actually put in a decent lap for a change. Heavy on the brakes there into third gear. A bit nicer through the chicane than we have been. You can see how much we gain by doing that. Traction control really helps us out of there. We can really nail fourth gear whilst turning the car. Would want to get a bit more throttle in that little sort of midsection there, but you have to be restrain yourself with it. You can't smash it too hard or you end up flying off to the left, which I have done in previous races. Nice through the hairpin. Bit of a gap now between the Porsche behind us and ourselves, so that pressure's off. We'll look in front now to the Huracan. Again, running over that curb a bit too much there, turning in a bit too early, just about saved the corner there. Apparently that's faster because we are gaining, coming right up to the back of what is essentially an R8. Tugging at the gears. I know this thing's a paddle shifter, but I really enjoy using the sequential stick shifter, so that's what I'm using in this video. Oh, again, very rough over the curbs. Maybe we should have bought them dinner first, but we got away okay. We might be close enough for this last lap. We've got one more lap when we come across the start-finish line. Depending how good we are through Ravazza and through the first couple of corners. Again, understeer mid-corner there. Running over the edge, not good. Traction control kicks in, slows you right down. See how much time we lost there with the car in front. We might be, I don't know, this is going to be a close one. Go on, little Porker. I believe in you. Souped up Beetle for the win. Oh, car behind gains up massively in the braking zone, but we take it back out of him. And cornering speed again, being able to just boot the throttle there. Third to fourth, no problem with that traction control. GTR buddy still doing well, still holding off the crowd behind him. No doubt they're all intimidated by the size of the GTR. You can hear the Z4 in front as well. They all sound fantastic when we get closer. When we are closer, not close enough to overtake here though. I don't want to force anything there. Quicker through the apex though, much quicker. Forced inside onto the curb. Past the Lambo, just understeer. Don't know how we got that car stopped. There's one big scary moment there, but we passed just about. It was about taking the opportunity. Cars in front as I just decide the chicane does not apply to me. Come on, out drag it, out drag it. There we go. Well, that looked right. I must snap his neck every time he does that. I think it's probably going to be it now. There's any more places we can make. GTR buddy is going to beat us, and that is fine because GTR is the best car of all time. Please take that with a pinch of salt. And there you go. There's a 9-lap race with all the GTs available to match it with this 911 GT3R. Good addition. Good addition, Knut. I like this car. I like a GT3 car that you've made. That is something new, and I'm happy with that. So then guys, that was the 911 GT3R from the most recent Porsche pack. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button of course and subscribe to be notified of future videos. So as always guys, take care, have an awesome day, and I'll see you all next time.